Hello my lovelies, it's Ronica, it's lovely to see you. I can't see you, you can't see me either because I'm not using the sprites. Anywho, so, playing Dark Souls 2 this morning, the 20th of March 2023, I discovered that these fake wall door thingies is something that the Lost Bastille just absolutely fucking adores. I thought that was a mimic, that's why I stabbed that chest. Just so you know why I stabbed the chest. But the Lost Bastille just absolutely adores these things for reasons I can barely comprehend. I think it's just part of Dark Souls 2 liking its obtuseness. It's a very obtuse game. See, there's one right here. You wouldn't have expected to find it in a boss arena. This is the Ruined Sentinel boss arena, by the way. There's another chest. I was checking if it was a mimic. It was not. And inside is the, wait for it, target shield. It's not even hiding good treasure. There are a couple more of these in the arena. One of them is utterly pointless. It's this one right here. There is nothing behind this wall. I mean it, look. It's an empty room. Why were you hiding this empty room, Dark Souls 2? What was the point of that? But realising that the Lost Bastille love these things, it made me realise that some of the hidden treasure things that have been taunting me for years are actually more in reach than I thought they were. I just needed to find the right fake wall door and I'd be in business. I spent the next nearly half an hour just wandering around the Lost Bastille, doing everything I could think to do, checking all the walls that to me would make sense, and messing up that ladder there because I'm so clever. Just trying to find a bit of wall that would move because, well, again, the Lost Bastille loves these, and Dark Souls 2 is just kind of a dick. I finally thought to check inside this random empty room, and lo and behold, there it was. It was just there. The amount of times I've been in that little room. There's a little bit of treasure towards the end here. It's just some green blossom, nothing fancy. On my way back, guess what I discover? Yep, there's another one. I'm basically running along the walls, just pressing the X button. Once we're outside that little bit, we've got this guy, the Pursuer. We all know and love the Pursuer. Luckily, my character is level 102 at this point, so beating him's not going to be a big trouble. Personally, I never found him to be a particularly difficult boss. It was just more annoying the way he would show up. Although I think that was a general consensus thing, that him just being everywhere was annoying. Most of the time I can avoid taking any damage. It's when I try to roll like I'm doing here. That's when I tend to take damage from him, because most of his attacks he can just sort of like list lazily to the left or the right. Or if you've got a shield you can just block them. Like, obviously I've got a tower shield that requires like 30 strength, but even like just any shield that blocks 100% damage is good against him. There we go, he's dead, and we can now explore this part freely. My first order of business is checking there's nothing back this way. There isn't. Now we can get to this little ledge here. I hate jumping bits in Dark Souls, but here we go. Let's do it. Yeet. And all it is, a flame butterfly and a torch. It wasn't anything special. Now watch as I fuck up an incredibly simple jump on my way back. I hope you were entertained by that. Obviously, I went back afterwards to get my souls back. I did the jump, grabbed my souls, but rather than try and make the jump back, I homeward boned back to the bonfire because at this point I had lost all confidence. I know, I'm a massive wuss, you don't have to tell me. Once I got back there a third time, I could finally just, you know, explore the rest of the bit to see what little bits of treasure that were here, that had been, again, they'd been taunting me for years. I didn't know how to get to this point, and I never thought to look it up. First of all, obviously, we got to kill this dude here. I like their armour, these dudes, I think they look quite cool. And now we can get our treasure, the Bracing Knuckle Ring, which is actually a pretty good ring. If you don't know, Dark Souls 2 has this weird obsession with just destroying your equipment, like, really quickly. Basically, that ring just slows your equipment degradation, whatever, however you say that word, I can't word. I didn't want a part of any of my rings as you just saw, so it was time to head back this way, until I realised that this wall running along here also contains an item that I've been trying to get for years. So, we're going to have to make the jump again. There we go. I always get nervous making jumps over just death pits, and now we can walk along this little section of wall here. On the one hand, I do want to praise Dark Souls 2 for, you know, thinking a bit outside the box and giving us more, like, environmental puzzly bits to figure out. On the other hand, I don't think it gives us enough reward for doing so, because this is the reward we get: a Soul of a Brave Warrior and a Golden Shield, and neither of them are really that good, so I basically just spent ages trying to get a shield I would never use, and a soul that would maybe pick me up a few more arrows from a bow that I also carry with me. But there you go, that's what I discovered this morning. But anyway, that's what I discovered this morning after several years of playing Dark Souls 2. That the Lost Bastille has lots of little fake doorways that it just doesn't want to tell you about, so I hope this has helped you. Dark Souls 2 hates its players with a passion, so I like to think I might have done a service to at least one person. Also, I just really wanted to make a video, and this is the only thing I can focus on, because ADHD. So, I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time I make a video. Thank you very much. Yeah, that'll do.